Hold on, before we get into the video, if you guys are tired of playing my career, you want your badges fast so you can hit the park ASAP, make sure y'all go hit up my boy Star Grinders on Twitter and IG to get your badges grinded fast, easy, and legit. The #1 trusted badge grinding service in the 2K community. Make sure you tell him that Dunga sent you. Link to his Twitter and IG will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, I'm about to get my knowledge on these takeovers, man. It's been a little bit, it's been like a week since, I've been playing this game now. And my takeovers that I picked, I know a little bit more about them. So I can infer that I know a little bit more about the takeover system this year. And I know that there's not a lot of people who got the game yet. Or, not to mention the PS5. So, before you make your build and anything, before you spend money on a build you may regret, before you have to get all your badges to get the Mamba Mentality badge to change takeovers, I'm going to give you a little insight, a little information about the takeover system so you don't make that mistake. So anyway, you want to make your takeover select takeovers based around the game. We already know, yes, slashing is overpowered in the game. We already know that. Dunking, whatever posterizers, yes, all of that stuff is overpowered. But honestly, I want you to pick your 2 takeovers based on how you play. That's very, very important because you could pick 2 primary and secondary. But which ones are the best for you? For an example, I have a 94 driving dunk right now, and I barely dunk because I'm more, I make a playmaking shot creator shooting builds every single year, so I'm more or less just outside the paint trying to shoot threes and all whatnot, no nonsense, So off rip, I'm trying to choose offensive takeover for my primary. So what did I go with? I went with the sharpshooting, spot up precision sharpshooting takeover. What the thing it basically does, it provides a significant boost to well-timed or aimed stationary jump shots. But when I went with this, takeover, I thought, okay, this is basically like takeover from all the other past 2Ks, where they would just boost your 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? They would boost your green percentage, your green window. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with this one. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Nobody told me how easy it is to shoot this year, especially if every build gets a 90+3. It's pretty easy as long as you have all your shooting badges. It's not really that hard to shoot this year. So I ain't gonna lie, the best choice I should have went with is limitless threes, because I'm seeing people with limitless threes as their takeover, and honestly, they're shooting from anywhere on the court. That takeover is such a threat, I ain't gonna lie. You could shoot from anywhere on the court, as long as it's not something crazy like on the other side of the court. You're good. As soon as you step above that, that half court line, you're a threat. On some Damian Lillard, Steph Curry type time. So honestly, if you're trying to make a build that can shoot, I'd say go for this takeover. Not only are you going to make 100,000 shots, you're going to have so much fun shooting from deep in everybody's eyes. It's so much fun. I'm at that point now in 2K where it's like, just have fun, man. Just have fun. Who cares about what everybody says? Have fun. Be yourself. Have fun. Hey, honestly, the game is set up for people to have fun anyway. It's contact dunks. It's so arcadey. People shoot from anywhere, people dying on the court because they're getting dunked on, whatever you want to call it. So honestly, that's probably the best sharpshooting badge, you know what I'm saying? On to, the shot creating. The shot creating is probably the second most used offensive badge, takeover. It goes sharpshooting, shot creating, and slashing. But before we get into the, ankle breaking takeovers, I want to get into the slasher takeover, because I feel like that's the most useful when it comes to this game, because everybody's pretty much unstoppable when it comes to driving to the rack. You can shoot all you want. Everybody has a 90+3. Okay, that's cool. shooting in school. But not everybody, mostly everybody could just dunk on anybody who they want to. And this oh my god, this slash and takeover is gonna make you so unstoppable. Especially this one right here, finishing moves, absorb contact and finish through contact, layups and dunks, everything. Especially alley-oops. This just makes you pretty much a freak of nature. I ain't gonna lie. It just pretty much makes you unstoppable. And that's probably the takeover most people are going with that I've seen, just because of how broken slashing is this year. And the shot creating takeover everybody is probably going to go with is ankle breaking shots, because it increases the likelihood of dropping a defender and making step back and spin jumpers. I've seen everybody use that, because here's the thing is very weird. Here, this is like a Space Creator 2.0. As long as you can, use a step back and all that and shoot in people's faces, that's all it is. That's all it is. I ain't gonna lie, this badge pretty much makes you be able to shoot in anybody's face. That's all it is. If you could do a step back, time it, drop your defender, hit that little quick green, boom. That's a quick bucket right there. I ain't gonna lie. Pull-up precision is another good one, but I don't use, I don't mess with that shot creating stuff, and so I don't dive into that. So this takeover called negative impact is probably the more or less used you takeover, because honestly, as long as you take, well timed, well positioned, pull-ups, you'll pretty much green it. I ain't gonna lie. As long as you're not greening people's face, you can already green in people's face with that ankle breaking shots. Overpowered, but still, you don't even need negative impact, because you're gonna make it anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's probably the least used shot creating takeover. Now, probably going to head into the lock take, the final one, man, the final one, because we went through the slashing, right? We said, what was the best slashing takeover? We said what was the best shot creating takeover. This is the best sharpshooting takeover, the limitless range. So we got to go through the final one, the lock takeover. We got to go through that. I'm not going to go over the post scoring takeover, because I never played post score. I never played center in my life. So if you want to, know about the little post scoring takeovers, you're probably going to have to go to somewhere else, because we're going to only cover these 4 takeovers. So, I have a lock takeover as my secondary takeover. I have extreme clamps. And it works pretty dang good. I ain't gonna lie. This one is probably the most used besides the extreme clamps, because honestly, perimeter defense this year is kind of broken. Now, there's this thing called a shadow contest. Some of y'all may have seen it. If you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. A shadow contest is where, you pull up from anywhere. You can pull up from anywhere. The defender doesn't even have to be near you, and then you still get somewhat of a contest. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's near you, it's probably gonna be like a 20-some contest or something. He doesn't have to put his hands up. That's crazy. And it's because of the new badges that they add, blinders, which negates the effect of peripheral defenders. So that's why they probably, boosted the shot contest. So, if you have that takeover and you're guarding somebody, you probably don't even have to be near them to get a good contest on their shot. I think that's pretty overpowered. And the second most overpowered badge. Or you can put this first, it don't matter. It goes 1 and 2. 1 and 2 right there, A and B. It doesn't matter which one you use, they're both good. So extreme clamps, which stonewalls ball handlers into more forced stops, pickups, and fumbles when bodying them up. This badge with Hall of Fame clamps, pretty much unstoppable, if you know what I'm saying. As long as you gotta press them up. When I have this badge activated, it's clamp season for them. It's clamp season. All I gotta do is press them up a little bit up the court. They pick up the ball. Pretty easy to steal it from them. You know what I'm saying. So that's probably, those are the 2, lock takers I use so far. Just because of me playing my career and testing all of them out and stuff, making new players, whatever you want to call it. So pretty much, I gave y'all the keys to success. Now it's whether up to you if you want to use it or not. I pretty much gave you everything you need to go crazy in the park. You just gotta let me know. How are you gonna use this? How are you gonna be a god or are you gonna be a pawn? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember, finishing moves for the slashers out there. Ankle breaking shots for the shot creators. Limitless range for the sharps. And for the locks, I would either go, extreme clamps or enhanced jump shot contest. Well, anyway, I gave y'all the knowledge and everything. Let me know if y'all like this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. We hit 6K. Thank y'all for that. I could be more happier. We on the road to 10K though. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. But it's your boy Dunga, and I'm out.